Now it's time to learn how to join tuples together, and trust me, this is one of the easiest and most useful tricks in Python. We'll also understand what's happening behind the scenes when you join or multiply tuples. So let's get started. So joining simply means combining two or more tuples into one. Since tuples are immutable, we cannot change an existing tuple, but we can create a new one by joining two or more. And in Python, the operator to join tuples is the plus sign. Okay, so let's see some example. Let's say we have a tuple called tuple1 and that holds some values. For example, A, then B, and then C. And we have another tuple called tuple2. Let's say there we have values like 1, then 2, and 3. So we have some indentation here. So Python is complaining. So unexpected indentation should not be there in Python files. Keep that in mind. Okay, so make sure there is no space before this if that is not necessary. So now after having these two tuples, we can join them. So as we can't modify tuples as they are immutable, what we can do is we can take another variable called a joined underscore tuple, and we can write equal then tuple1 plus tuple2. Okay, now if I write the print statement and pass joined tuple and run the code, you can see it joined the two tuple and made a new tuple. So here it doesn't modify tuple 1 or 2, instead it creates a new tuple with all the values from tuple 1 followed by all the values from tuple 2. Plus here works like concatenation, same as string joining. This also work with more tuples. For example, if you write another tuple called tuple3 equal x then y, and here just write plus tuple3, and now if you run the code, as you can see, it combined the three tuples into one. Okay, let me make these codes comment and I remove this line, and let's have another tuple called tuple anime equal, then let's say we have Naruto and then Death Note. Now what we can do is we can take another variable called repeated. You can name this anything, and what you can do is you can write tuple anime, that existing tuple, then you can write the asterisk or the star sign, and if you write here 3, it will create a new tuple with these values 3 times. What do I mean by that? If I write the print statement and pass repeated and run the code, as you can see, it printed Naruto Death Note 1 time, then it printed for the second time, and again it printed for the third time. So here we're telling that take the values from the tuple anime and multiply them 3 times and create a new tuple and put that inside this variable. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept. Now let me comment this and let's discuss about a mistake, and that is, let's say you have a tuple called tuple1 and there you have this tuple with the value 1 and 2. Then let's say you have a list called a list1 and there you have this list which contains value like 3 and 4. Now the question is, can you join a tuple with a list or a string? The answer is no. So if you try that, if I write here combined equal tuple1 plus list1 and try to print combined, and if I run the code, you'll see it says type error, can only concatenate tuple to tuple, not list. So you can concatenate a tuple with a tuple only. You can make this work by using the tuple method. So if you write the tuple method and pass the list1, so this will make this list into a tuple. So now this was a tuple already, and this tuple method makes the list a tuple as well. So now we can concatenate them. So if I run the code, as you can see, it works fine. Now before we wrap up, let's see a real world use case. So for example, we have a variable called user basic info. Let's call this user basic, and there this tuple holds the first name of the user, which is John, and the last name, which is Doe. And let's say we have another variable called user underscore details, and there we have his age and his country, for example USA. Now what you can do is you can write a variable called full user to show full user details, and you can just write user basic plus user details, and then just write the print statement and pass full user. Now here it is showing some warnings, but I think that is a bug of PyCharm, I don't know. But as you can see, this code is working. So let's say you are storing user basic data in somewhere in your application and the detailed data in another part of your application. Now while showing the user the data, you want to show them both data at the same time. So what you can do is you can combine them and then just use them. As you can see, we are printing full user and it is printing John Doe 25 and then USA. And that's how you join and multiply tuples in Python. It's simple but really useful when working with structured data.